Get ready for the smackdown!
Welcome to Comic Book Fan Panel. My name is Jayden, and today I will be doing a review on the second trailer of the Spider-Man Homecoming movie. Now, I am super excited for this movie. I think, from the trailer, it looks incredible, and I honestly cannot wait. I love how they've shown more of Michael Keaton's Vulture, which was I'm really super excited to see him play the Vulture. I feel like it's a great adaptation to the comics. I honestly, when there was speculation about him being the Vulture and all that, I just thought, no, they have to go with him. He looks like he can play the Vulture. I think, especially after him doing the movie Birdman, I think a lot of people really thought that that was going to be a good pick for it, and honestly I thought that as well. Even though I haven't seen the movie Birdman, I just thought straight away, I'm like, yeah, no, I would definitely love to see Michael Keaton as the Vulture. And I absolutely love the costume, the modern adaptation from the comics to the costume. I love how they've still kept a bit of that comic style, with the wings being now robotic, to Michael Keaton wearing a helmet, to the claws on his feet. I love that modern adaptation, and I love how it's still green, because in the comics the Vulture's costume is green. I love how that the colors, how they've kept the costume green to give a bit of that comic sense. Michael Keaton looks like he can play a really cool bad guy, because as you guys know, he played Batman, so to see him play now a villain, it's a really different take, but I'm really excited to see how he goes with that. And of course, we have to talk about Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Now, since Civil War came out, I really liked Tom Holland. I like the way that he portrays Peter Parker too, the way that he portrays Spider-Man. I love how, when he's Peter Parker, he's this shy kid that keeps to himself, to when he's Spider-Man, he's can be, I guess you could say, cheeky, he can be silly, he cannot be taken serious and all that. I love how Tom Holland was able to portray that a bit of that comic style Spider-Man, because with Tobey Maguire, I loved him as Peter Parker, but then with Spider-Man I thought he was a little bit too serious, and there wasn't any of, he did do a couple of jokes here and there, but other than that, he was just a very serious Spider-Man. But then when it was with Andrew Garfield, I wasn't a big fan of his Peter Parker. I thought it wasn't as good as Tobey Maguire's. But then with his Spider-Man, I love how he was cracking jokes in it. He was not taking the role of being superhero serious, when he webbed the guy on the wall and he was like, oh, I forgot that I had these web slingers, it's my adaptation and all that. I thought that was really good. But then with Tom Holland, with the way that he portrayed Spider-Man in Civil War to what we've seen in the trailer, I thought that was awesome. I'm really excited to see how he does in his own solo movie, and the costume for Spider-Man is a great comic adaptation to the small spider on his chest, with even the webbing in between his arms, that was from even the first ever comic book of Spider-Man, see the webs right under his arm. So it was awesome to bring the first ever comic adaptation of Spider-Man to the film. I just thought that was really awesome, and I love how they've made it that he can glide now, as well as when he shoots web, he jumps up and he can glide, which I thought that was really cool. And I love the way that his eyes can zoom in close, and the way that his costume, when he puts it on where it's loose and then it tightens up to morph around his body, I thought that was a great adaptation. And I think we cannot forget but talk about Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. being in the movie. I love how that they've done it, that he's taking up the responsibility of guiding Peter Parker, because in the comics I know that he was one of the mentors of Spider-Man during either Civil War to just when he was joining the Avengers. And I love how they've included Tony Stark in this movie, and I just love the scene where they're trying to pull the boat together, they're working together. That scene, I was like, that scene brought a smile to my face when I watched that. I was just like, wow. And it shows how strong Spider-Man is with the way that he can push and hold a boat together, because I've read in so many comic adaptions where like Tony Stark even knows that Spider-Man's one of the strongest metahumans in the whole Avengers, and even in, I guess you could say, in the hero world. And even, I think I remember Stan Lee himself saying that Spider-Man is definitely one of the strongest superheroes in the Marvel universe. I think it really did show with him holding the boat together with his web, and just that strength, you really see it in that scene, which was absolutely incredible. I love how when they're in the gym, they're watching that introduction with Captain America, and then you see Peter Parker go to his friend, "Hey, I stole his shield." I thought that was really funny, because with when he does that in Civil War, where he steals his shield and then he versus Captain America, I love how they revisited that scene. I think the other thing that I really like, that they've decided to go with a young Peter Parker where he's still going through high school. I thought that was a really cool take on it, because like in the comics he starts being Spider-Man at a very young age during high school. So I like how they've introduced Spider-Man at the right time, where they're doing it where we're following him through his early stages of being Spider-Man. Like in Civil War you saw him in just the mask and then the sunglasses, and then now you see him in his actual Spider-Man, his first Spider-Man suit. And I'm guessing that in this movie it's going to be the second Spider-Man suit, with the new design done by Tony Stark, which I absolutely love how they've done it that way, because in Civil War Tony Stark designed the Iron Spider-Man costume. I'm just very excited to see what's in store for the new Spider-Man Homecoming, and I cannot wait for it. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, and yeah, I will see you in the next video, and thank you so much for watching Comic Book Fan Panel.
Come on, let's kick it, let's all get wicked. Put your hands in the sky for a one-way ticket.